Callistus Mahama is the press secretary at Jubilee House at President John Dramani Mahama, or executive secretary to President John Dramani Mahama. Okay, Callistus Mahama last week tweeted, Facebooked, and or Kasembi editor National Democratic Congress Abino or more some of the appointees or person that will be the president. Callistus Mahama told them something. So let's read what Callistus Mahama said. He said, the question before us is not who leads in 2028 elections. The question is whether by 2028 we will have delivered enough, done enough, studied enough to justify the trust that was placed in this administration in 2025. Okay, so this is what Callistus Mahama, your person channel say. Sisia mpempen ya yejiram sisia no. NDC for anya de obe lead NDC in 2028 and eso mo dwene ho. Ne mo ma se NDC for adwene say NDC etimi deliver enough. Omo ye adwuma enough. Done enough. Omo ye enoma enough. Omo sua de enough. No more justify NDC justify GDA Ghana for nya omumua obudi 2 million the year 2024 and 2025. That's what Callistus Mahama is saying. As no can mo dupa e bi ara wote ase. Say Callistus Mahama at the Nketiah ma asem mo du ni say Callistus Mahama the kasa asem we say the chiro on the executive secretary to the president John Dramani Mahama. It was no bad one be kasa asem we ya. It tells you a lot that President Mahama himself is not comfortable with what is going on now. That some of his appointees, I almost say, almost the president, and they are touring. Some of them are doing agenda spinning, joining works and all that. So that is that. Now that is my take. I think that. All right, please, can I take water from Francham? Something is choking me. I think I have to take water. Where's my water? Okay, it's not here. Don't worry. Okay, don't let's go. I'm okay now. Okay, I'm okay. Sorry. So I say Callistus Mahama kasa asena. It tells you say Biana President Mahama and no maybe Koswa he doesn't like it. Baby want me voice out because of voice out. Biana be distracted some of the ministers or more pay IDB. But my point and I say Callistus Mahama, you people know where the problem is coming from. So you better tell the people because listen. You are not different from NDC. There's a government and the party. The party brought the government. So sometimes the party, will take a lot of decisions. And I say majority of decisions at the government, and especially in parliament. So Callistus Mahama is an NDC person. So if something is going on, you can voice it out as an NDC person, not somebody the executive secretary to President Mahama Kwan. Voice out as an NDC person because listen, some of the appointees here you say a be person who to Frank Kadema new National Democratic Congress in 2028. Somebody like Ora Erikopoku were declaring intention to contest. That's a great minister. Watch a lot of people are following that man, but honestly speaking, the man is delivering. He's seriously delivering as a great minister. So to be distracted Mahama because he brought inflation, food inflation from 21.0 to 3.6%. Erikopoku is working and is delivering. Somebody like Atoforsen, we heard that Atoforsen definitely will contest. So on contest or be contest, we all have seen that people have started canvassing vote for Atoforsen in parliament and all that. But Atoforsen is delivering. Because our inflation from 21.4%, now inflation is 3.6. General inflation. Now exchange rate was 14%. Today, the exchange rate is 11 point something. President Mahama is saying that we should keep it from 10% to 12%. That's fantastic. Our foreign reserves from 10 billion to 13 billion. I've been saying this. This is a microeconomic indicators. And you take our GDP has exceeded, your friend is saying, 100 billion and all that. Gold bond is working. Auto Forces is working. A social investment trust fund is also working. And NEP is working. So it means that Auto Forces, they are all under Ministry of Finance. And Auto Forces is working. So how come that their job will frustrate the president? I don't get it. The vice president, we are told that if you are contesting, he's working. Haruna Idrisu is working. And Kofu Free some person to Franca is working, including General Asiedu Nketiah. He's also touring. But listen, General Asiedu Nketiah is the one that these people have to speak against. Because Obianya President Obedi, and if you want that thing to stop, say and Kofu pay attention to their work. Send your beya what you are saying a bit me about they should talk to the General Asiedu Nketiah. Because listen, ministers will be a person a president. General Asiedu Nketiah too wants to be a president, and he has taken advantage of his office as the chairman of the new National Democratic Congress. He's touring, and all your tour will be the catcher and Kofu underground. So people think that he's campaigning, not touring. So I say, your friend is say, as that tour there was a Thanksgiving tour. Meanwhile, President Mahama has already done a Thanksgiving tour. Has done a thank you ceremony. With Jamba Kofuanim, Akasache the whole Ghana down Masi. Waka sorry dem akoda Masi. Onwa some speech at the Ghana for the Nasi. Ana onya resetting agenda tour. So what's that down Kofuasi? So what is the sense and essence and the reason behind this thank you tour that Asiedu Nketiah is doing? And I think that if you people don't have balls, don't come out with all these things. Tell Asiedu Nketiah, after saying this to your appointees, then you tell General Asiedu Nketiah also stop the touring. Because the touring is distracting the appointees. No, most person here president is say, if you don't do much, this man will become the flag bearer at the expense of us. So you people also get that boss and tell Asiedu Nketiah something. Now, confusion. This Toya ye can was me. Say thank you Toya. General Asiedu Nketiah for atemon say a campaign tour to become a flag bearer. Now it has brought something, and we are going to prove to you. So let's start the journey quickly. Go to Facebook and search for Kesman TV. Program be yabe ba what shawajuna yabe Nketiah. Now let's start the journey with Muntaka Mubarak and Haruna Idrisu. Where the problem is coming from? This is where the problem is coming from, honestly speaking. Okay, so this is the problem. Now, when Haruna Idrisu. Haruna Idrisu is the Tamale Central Member of Parliament. Sorry, Tamale South Member of Parliament. Now, Oba Baimwa, why Minister of Employment da, why Minister of Communication da, and currently is the Minister for Education. Okay, this man, why news politics. News politics, and Rollins raised him to become your friend say a political animal. Then he became in 2002. 2002. Haruna Idrisu became the youth organizer for National Democratic Congress, and this is what happened. From 2002 to 2010, he stepped down. That time was a ministerial appointment. So he stepped down as a youth organizer. So from 2002 to 2010, it means that he held the position for 8 good years. And this is what happened. From 2002, ABC 2010, this man was accusing, or leaking information at the New Patriotic Party. He was very closer to the current New Patriotic Party Council of Elders Chairman, Hackman Owusu-Agyemang. So we were told that this man was leaking information at the New Patriotic Party. So he caught a blasting from National Democratic Congress, and the former NDC chairman, the late Dr. Kwabena Jenkonya Terminator. Maybe there are so many ways to kill a cat. The man said that, gave a stern warning to National Democratic Congress people who are giving information to their opponent, New Patriotic Party. After that speech, a lot of people pinpointed Haruna Idrisu, that Haruna Idrisu was flirting with New Patriotic Party. So that one is there. Now save that. Now when Muntaka Mubarak became Member of Parliament in 2005, when Aswasi Member of Parliament died, kicked the bucket, then Muntaka Mubarak contested the by-election. He won and went on and has been to Parliament since 2005 up to now. Okay, sorry. So almost 20 years now and this man has been in parliament. Now, Muntaka Mubarak has also been accused of flirting with New Patriotic Party. He was accused to say NPP for deals are shady deals in parliament. You know, he support them from NDC side so that a baby pay you. He was accused by his own NDC people. Now, you remember in 2017 when NPP came to power, he was member of the vetting committee. Now, Owura Jaku was vetted, and a man was accused. Sorry, Boache Jaku was vetted. So the NDC decided to say, okay, yeah, approve Boache Jaku the nomination, you know, because a number be Bakumirubia and Keyi. Then it was appeared that Boache Jaku paid money. Mutian you, Boache Jaku paid money to the vetting committee, appointment committee members, you know. Then the NDC took over that matter and said that we should investigate that matter. So a committee was set up to investigate that matter. This man is on the committee, including the current majority leader, Mahama Ayariga. They were all in committee. Okay. The Mahama Ayariga said that Boache Jaku paid money. And it was Honorable Muntaka Mubarak who took the money and shared it among the appointment committee. Then Muntaka Mubarak came out to say that it is never true. Boache Jaku never paid money to anybody. You never paid money to anybody. Okay. Eti Ebasano Muntaka Mubarak said that, look, I'm a Muslim. Mama Ayariga is also a Muslim. So if he say, they should swear with Quran. Yeah, Ayariga is a Muslim. But this man said that he can swear with Quran that Boache Jaku never paid money. So it made the NDC accusations, semi-prejudice, as a useless and foolish. So the NDC accused Muntaka Mubarak of flirting with National Democratic Congress. Now, another issue came that in 2021, after the vetting committee, we were told to say some of the appointees need to be honoma. Na NDC form person more abe a dual appointment na too. When NPP came to power for the second time, Nana Akufo-Addo won. No more person more beja too. But Muntaka maneuvered and spin the agenda for them to be appointed by the vetting committee. So the NDC full soldiers accused this man, say, working for National Democratic Congress. Yeah, National Democratic Congress. Because at that time, the NDC and Parliament were Hunch Parliament. So they could have used their numbers to oppose the nominees, because over Parliament, the Parliament preliminary, and yet the vetting committee for an appointee and also nominee appointed by the two, but on the floor of Parliament. So it was 137. So 137 each, they could have find a way to stop or block some of the appointees. But according to them, when they were appointed, they said Muntaka Mubarak, in fact, they engineered that for them to be appointed. They Kevin Taylor, Ekofa, Papai Betina, a dinner time, and Muntaka Mubarak also responded to that. Okay, so that is that. Now, we have talked about how to do so. So this issue are there. They remember that when General Asiedu Nketiah became a chairman of National Democratic Congress, these two were among the leadership of National Democratic Congress caucus in Parliament. Now, Haruna Dusu was a majority leader, and Muntaka Mubarak was a minority chief whip, and this man was a majority leader. So they were changed by General Asiedu Nketiah and his NDC. They were reshuffled. The Atofosu took over, and Dafia Mapo also took over from this man. Was it Abdi Banda? Yeah, the current local government minister also took over from Muntaka Mubarak. And these two were peeved. And the General Asiedu Nketiah, we didn't know the reason why he changed them. He said the election will be economics, all this stuff. Don't forget about this. The reason why about confusion ever, if I listen to me carefully, as my Nketiah, the reason why about confusion ever is a general Asiedu Nketiah went to Tamale this thank you tour, and he went to the constituency of Haruna Iddrisu. Now listen, you remember when Akufo-Addo time, this scandal, Olympics Games scandal, be by na Kojo Bajiman and Hanam Pius Hanam Hadide, deputy sports minister, then were investigated. So founders in the by Nketiah Akufo-Addo and founders one country will be any idea. But when Akufo-Addo was about to go to voter regime for a tour, for presidential tour, all corner or releasing that release and say that boy is exonerated. Pius and Mazide has been exonerated because he knew that you'll be going there. When he goes there, and definitely be a obey and answer questions. And Kofobeka say, "Ye nipa bakopo wa bemu, ye hana Mazide, ye voter and away in the D, and what the scandal at the time when they say Akufo-Addo had to release that report, exonerate Pius Hanam Hadide before going to your friend say voter regime." So Asiedu Nketiah went to Tamale Central. Nobody asked me anything. But Baby Obekobia has never told the constituents, about why these two were reshuffled in our parliament. But when he went to Tamale, he decided to come out with that story so that the Tamale people, was trying his best to justify the reason why he reshuffled the two. Let's go and watch that video. And this video is a controversial video, and I think that if NDC does not call this man to order, it will create confusion in the party. Watch the video. Watch this.
Who should be the minority? We got over that time. Then new things were emerging. And I said that we have to change the forward line of parliament. Otherwise, it will be difficult for us to win elections. President Mahama disagreed with me. But I said that, look, you have elected me as chairman of this party. I am the coach of the party going into the election. So let me make the changes that will win us the election. When we win, we all enjoy together. Since I made that change, I say, my brother Haruna, sit somewhere. The other guy, Muntaka, you also sit somewhere. Let people come, new people come, and you sit on the bench and watch. There was hell. And people started thinking that somebody who has been my friend for more than 20 years has certainly become my enemy. I said, how can Haruna become my enemy? He cannot become my enemy. But I am a coach, and I must watch how our opponents are playing, so that I also arrange my things for us to be able to win. When we did the arrangement, we went into the election. The victory that NDC got in 2024, have you seen any such victory in Ghana since the beginning of the Fourth Republic? We won. After winning, I told President Mahama that we cannot ignore Muntaka and Haruna in the setting up of our government. So they need to be given big positions. President Mahama agreed, and they gave them big positions. And we are working together. So if you are in Tamale here, and you are forming groups, Haruna group, Asiedu Nketiah group, and so on, it is not our case. It is your case in Tamale.
All right. Because of time factor. Now, this is where the confusion is. Now, let me break down one by one and farm out. Now, General Asiedu Nketiah is saying that he told President Mahama that we need to change these people because on the coach, it will say SSC son woman need to be win election. So they changed and they won the election. But you see, he refused to tell us what did they do until you change woman. Yes, you change them. You are the coach. You understand? But you should have told us the reason why you change them. Because one can adequately will change you, Oma. Say the 2024 election will be economics. If you did not tell us the reason why you change this paper, some of us will start reading meaning to it. That's one of the meanings. General Asiedu Nketiah ebe chairman or be chairmanship. One of his campaign trip when they delegacy didn't come, and they deliberately recorded that conversation and over to gumu public. Now, or say me pesa nanka me pesa medina as a chairman. Anka metimi akoma krase nanka makwa dwodwo me ho na ma retire na makoye mafuo na ma dwodwo me ho. Nemom party no se bi jai ho sisi ya na ma be pre chairman no a enkofo beton party na di. Enkofo beton party no edi. Wutie ni ye. Was say enkofo beton party no enkofo bay. Enkofo bay na beton party no apart from Owuofo Swampafo who was accused of also flirting with New Patriotic Party, and these two enkofo bay na beton party no. Apart from these two that I told you about, say the grassroots and the NDC for are saying say they were flirting with New Patriotic Party no, and conform pay. It uko Haruna constituency no. You should have told them the reason why you change them, not about changing them. Because Mr. Make a choice and that change of government, you know, it is not your might. It wasn't your might. Not change of government in a badada, because there's a change of government in every 8 years. In Ghana, the electoral system, there's a change of government in every 8 years. 2000 we changed, 2008 we changed, 2016 we changed. So it was likely that 2024 there was a change of government. And the normal inflation, normal DDP was staring, the power was staring at National Democratic Congress. So he took advantage to change them without telling his constituency for the reason why you change Haruna Idris. That is where the confusion is coming from. Up to now, they are not aware the reason why you change them. So you went there. So you went there to justify the reason why you changed them. Yes, you changed them. NDC won the election, but not changing in the NDC win the election. Never. You thought that these two were flirting with NPP, like I told you earlier on. Now, Mametso Adiebi Awasaye said this for the Papa Yankasa. No, it will create a problem. Listen to me. He said that. Nketiah President Mahama say, yes, sir, Haruna Idris, not President Mahama Pene, because there's a what I like it or there's a little bit friction between President Mahama and Haruna Idris. As for that one, it is there, but they are able to solve their own problem and all that. But Nketiah President Mahama say, yes, sir, the leadership of Parliament. Okay, not President Mahama and person did the Tibeji. Listen. He's trying to tell the constituency Haruna Idris constituency. They say Haruna Idris can never lead as a leader. I'm an NDC coming election. Let me put it again. He creating pressure at say Haruna Idris cannot lead NDC in any capacity to win election. Because if Haruna Idris can't be a minority leader to wrest power from NDC, from NPP, there's no way Haruna Idris can lead NDC to win election as a flag bearer. That is the meaning. That yes, son. What's a son? That's a son. One country. But what you said, that is the meaning. He went there to incapacitate Haruna Idris's powers. And he also said that any Haruna fans, any Asiedu Nketiah fan, he's establishing to you that Haruna Idris or one constituency, he has a fans there that will go to vote for him. I'm telling you. Hey, we say this country, who put the smartest politician in this country, General Asiedu Nketiah. Smartest. Be smart when it comes to politics. When you do sociology, Openi Kwame Adumata, yes, former of Garden City Radio, he told me something. I said, from Pong, we are sociology, Ubia, 7 predia say, I want to work crassy. What ne crassy? What fum, unim, a crassy bibia. Now, what school chili? No, I bet ne city. Unim city life ni na. Na, what otu kwa brochire, or kwa brochire koba. He has seen it all. He has seen all the glitz and glamour. He has seen the dirty things. He has seen the bush things and everything. That people don't bother test. They are deep. Sana Asiedu Nketiah. Ransford Kubachi, former health minister. Akwaku menu. Kwabna menu. Sankofono nana obribuahe no. Sankofono. I know who else? We have a lot of people in the system. You can't beat them. Or madrimu do honorable Rikopoku. Or madrimu do. So when they are doing politics and you don't study them, you have to study them before you understand what they're able to do. If you don't study them, you battle them right away. You can never succeed. Now look at that is that. Now the confusion is coming. We just on a video, and according to Nketiah say that video is an old video, but some of us we have come through the social media since we have never cited that video. But people are saying say Haruna Idrusu is responding to General Asiedu Nketiah. What I say old video, what I say was not referring to Asiedu Nketiah or it was referring to Asiedu Nketiah. It is up to the National Democratic Congress to come out and give a stern warning to all of them. So Obia stay put Mama Hamanya 2 years or 3 years before they can start and you can kick campaign. Watch this video. Watch the video.
I recall when President came for his thank you tour, not the other thank you tour, the proper thank you tour of President Mahama. Proper thank you tour of President Mahama as President Flag Bearer. What cannot be said, Mr. We can say it. A proper thank you of President Mahama. Not the Nketiah razor one. Not the Nketiah razor one. When President Mahama came, I recall when President came of President Mahama. Not the Nketiah. I recall when President came for his thank you tour, not the other thank you tour. The proper thank you tour of President Mahama. Proper thank you tour of President.
Yes. So if say Haruna Idrusu, say Dr. Baumiano say Dr. Baumia so ye thank you to her. I don't think that he needs to jab Dr. Baumia. Say Dr. Baumia is doing a thank you to a Nketiah reason whatever. But whatever the case, people are just as they will say it is countering Asiedu Nketiah some no kind and it is creating problem for National Democratic Congress. Somebody careful no man call omu to order. A big critic confusion in the party. Big critic confusion in the party. Yesterday on social media, ye Jojo, ye do komosa. They will also show Muntaka Mubarak an infograph. Muntaka Mubarak has said. Let's watch what Muntaka Mubarak has said. Okay, so Muntaka Mubarak, Kasa 2nd May 2026. This one coming from Pan-African Television. I say, I don't respond to fools. Honorable Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, Interior Minister. That is where it is coming from. And you know the reason why he's saying that? General Asiedu Nketiah referred to Muntaka as the other guy. You see? The other guy. General Asiedu Nketiah referred to Muntaka as the other guy before mentioning his name. It will create a problem. If people have to do something about it, because President Mahama has done well. Was 30 years. With all these things, enormous pakia, it will distract the party. Because the supporters now, Obia support, they will start coming out. Obia kwa when your appointment, then your bread, at the end they say, okay, I say Haruna there, Banami Menya Bibi. And they will start coming out. It will stop the system. You people have to do something. I'm telling you. Baby, I didn't kick a ban. Baby, I kick a kono. If you don't take care, so man so sad we see anwa a big creative problem National Democratic Congress. That is what I have to say. All right. Eti ya monitor the bebe biare bema enkofo aswati. Now quickly, let me use 5 minutes to do this. I think that National Democratic Congress is doing something good. Let's see President Rawlings. They are doing something good, but I think that it is not enough. Okay, so this is President Jerry John Rawlings. He led this country 1979 to 1981 as a coup maker, and in 1981 Oshamiya Tuaba, 1979 Oshamiya Tuaba, then Liman won. 2 years later he staged a coup, and Osabetu Liman led this country from 81 to 1992, you called democratic rule from 92, and he led this country as a civilian ruler from 92 to the year 2000, and he's a founder of National Democratic Congress. So let's watch National Democratic Congress constitution. Okay, no, the constitution of National Democratic Congress. Actually, say yes, this is the constitution of National Democratic Congress. Article 6 of the constitution was the establishment of the party. The founding father of the party is Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, upon whose vision and leadership this party was established. And who shall be to say Fifi Kwete? Yes, Fifi Kwete. They were all raised by President Rawlings. President Rawlings is their political father and all that. And as a general secretary, he's doing his best to make sure that President Rawlings didn't enter, because Mahama's name has been in the leadership of National Democratic Congress since 2008, when Mahama became a running mate to President Mills and became the vice president. When President Mills died in 2012, Mahama's name has been leading the National Democratic Congress up to now. So they realized that, look, it is gradually drawing Rawlings' legacy and Rawlings' name. So the National Democratic Congress is normal to honor President Rawlings. Remember, last 2 weeks they went to Rawlings' hometown and erected statue at the President Rawlings. Now, what we are also told is they have named their new headquarters after President Jerry John Rawlings. Let's see some of the infographics. So then the NDC coordinators as also equity. We will say NDC names headquarters after JJ Rawlings. Okay, let's see another one. Yes, or say the National Democratic. This one coming from the NDC coordinators. Or say the National Democratic Congress NDC is set to rename its national headquarters in Adabraka, Accra, to Jerry John Rawlings House, in honor of the party's founder and the late former president Jerry John Rawlings. Okay, so our Twitter and Facebook here and for commentary, that's good to hear. I wish to be added with the chairman, where William Caston, so Cabison, or say is good. Is in the good direction. Isaac Kumsin, or say it is in order. Great. Okay, so that is that. They are honoring President President Jerry John Rawlings. Okay,